Hey Sora, have you ever heard of Susanoo?
Susanoo? Yeah, he's that legendary god, right? I see him in games and manga all the time. But honestly, all I know is that he's some kind of hero.
You're spot on. Susanoo is known as a heroic god. And he's one of the children of Izanagi, the god who created Japan. His siblings are Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and Tsukuyomi, the moon god. While he's famous as a hero, today, we're diving into a lesser-known side of Susanoo.
A hidden side? What? Did he hate spinach or something? I'm curious to hear about this.
Well, Susanoo was supposed to rule the seas as ordered by his father Izanagi. But he didn't want to. Instead, he threw a tantrum, saying he wanted to visit the underworld. To see his deceased mother, Izanami.
Seriously? Skipping work and crying like a baby? His dad must have been furious.
You got it. Izanagi was so mad that he kicked Susanoo out. But before leaving, Susanoo decided to visit his sister Amaterasu in the heavens, the realm known as Takamagahara. However, this led to some serious misunderstandings.
Oh, what happened?
Amaterasu thought Susanoo was attacking her realm, instead of just paying a visit.
What? How'd she get that idea?
Susanoo was notorious for his bad temper and wild behavior. Amaterasu knew this about him, so she assumed he was up to no good.
Ouch. Even his own sister thought the worst of him. And his dad kicked him out.
To clear the misunderstanding, Susanoo proposed a ukei, which is like a divine duel or ritual. He won this challenge and proved his intentions weren't hostile.
Well, at least that ended well.
Not really. Feeling victorious, Susanoo started causing chaos in Takamagahara.
Seriously, talk about self-sabotage. That's not gonna end well, is it?
Not at all. Amaterasu was so fed up with his antics that she hid herself away in the heavenly rock cave, plunging the world into darkness.
So, the famous rock cave story was all because of his rampage. Wow, he really messed things up.
Exactly. As punishment, Susanoo was banished from heaven and sent to earth.
The more I hear, the more he just sounds like a reckless troublemaker. I thought Susanoo was supposed to be this great hero.
You're not wrong, he was wild and reckless. But that doesn't change the fact that he's still revered as one of the strongest gods.
I see. So, even though he was a troublemaker, he still became a hero in the end. But what happened to him after being kicked out of heaven?
Once banished, Susanoo descended to Izumo, near the He River, where he met a beautiful woman named Kushinada Hime. He instantly fell in love with her and proposed, but she turned him down, saying she was to be sacrificed to the monstrous Yamata no Orochi.
Yamata no Orochi. That's the giant 8-headed serpent, right?
That's right. And Susanoo boldly declared, if I defeat the Orochi, there's no problem, right?
Of course, he'd want to fight the strongest thing around. Total Saiyan vibes.
He basically said, I'll defeat Yamata no Orochi, and then you'll marry me. Kushinada Hime agreed, and Susanoo set off to fight the beast.
So it was all for a girl, huh? Not quite a Saiyan after all.
Hey, don't be so harsh. But yeah, kinda. Even with his strength, fighting the Orochi wasn't easy. So Susanoo came up with a plan. He got the Orochi drunk on strong sake, and while it was asleep, he cut it down.
That's the famous story, right? And when he defeated the Orochi, he found a sword inside the legendary Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, one of Japan's 3 imperial treasures.
Exactly. Today, that sword is enshrined at Atsuda Shrine in Nagoya. After this victory, Susanoo married Kushinada Hime, and settled down peacefully in Izumo, eventually being honored as a hero rather than remembered as a troublemaker.
Well, that's quite a twist. I never knew the heroic Susanoo was such a handful in the heavens.
Right? Even heroes have their quirks. Stay tuned for more cool trivia about Japan.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.